Hello there, this is Rainey in the cabin, and as always seems to be the case lately, this has took me a bit longer to put together than I was anticipating. So thank you for your patience in waiting to have a look. I've got a selection here of the larger amethyst pieces. These two at this end are not Uruguayan, they're Brazilian. But these darker ones, so I'm going to have to move the lighting around so you can see properly. These are all Uruguayan, so it's a total case of what tickles your fancy, really. Some people prefer one or the other. Lots of people have both in their collections. So I'll give you a little bit of detail. If there's then further info that you would like on any of them, I'm happy to supply. So I'll dive right in at the deep end and I'll show you these two first. So these are the biggest and therefore most expensive two that we've got. So both of these are £89, and the clusters on these two are a little bit smaller than the next two that we'll look at. So again, this is all about personal choice. Some prefer one, some prefer the other, some just go with what speaks to them on the day, really. So if I move it, you should be able to see a beautiful shimmery effect that you get with these gorgeous amethysts. Now this one that I'm holding is 752 grams, so quite a chunky piece. So most of these freestanding Uruguayans have got the solid bed behind them, and this is what makes them freestanding. The two that we've got the other end would need stands unless you were just keeping them flat. So we'll show you that when we get there. So this one is number one, which is our 752 grams for £89. Number two, now this is quite a different feel to it. The front of the first one is quite flat. It's got all the points on, obviously, but they're all roughly the same height, whereas this one you've got like a big extra lump of beautiful points that are formed together. Not sure I'm doing a good job of showing you, but it's all along this bit here. So this one is also £89, and this is 759 grams. So very similar in weight, but quite a different shape to them. Now then we come down a little bit, so let's have a look at these two. So we've got a £74 and a £79, still freestanding Uruguayan. So the £74, the points in it are quite a bit bigger than those first two that we looked at, and it is such a deep dark purple. It's amazing. Now this one weighs 807, so this is actually the heaviest of them all, but some of that is made from the bedrock as opposed to the amount of amethyst on it, so it's actually only £74 for that one. And then next door to it at 582 grams, this one is a £79 specimen. Now I would say the size of the clusters on this are somewhere in between the larger one we've just seen and then the first two with the smaller clusters all over. So beautiful colours. Again, it's the really deep that makes Uruguayan amethyst stand out, and you can spot it a lot easier because of that depth of colour. So that's the real big ones that we've got in the Uruguayan. Before I do the others, I'll go across to these two over here. So these are big chunky pieces, but they are a little paler in colour. So as I put the light on that, you should be able to see it's a more muted rather than that really deep purple. And this one, again, you've got a lovely big solid piece of bedrock that it's sat onto. So you could have that one just laid flat. Ooh, just move my camera a bit quickly then. So you could have it laid flat as a display item, but I think it looks quite nice up on one of the chair stands. So this piece here is 747 grams, and that piece is £49. And the one next door to it is slightly smaller, not a lot, but it does weigh a lot less because there's a much less element of bedrock to the back of it. And this absolutely beautiful specimen is £35. And again, you could have that laid flat, but I was choosing to display it stood up. Totally a personal choice. So those are number 4. No, they're not. That's number 5, sorry, and number 6, the £35 one. And then if we come round to these, this is the rest then of the Uruguayan. So we've got a range of sizes here. So this one, it's got quite an interesting way that they formed. So my thumb will go right into that bit there. It's like a little inlet there really. So this piece, which is £34, this one is 275 grams. Then we've got a bigger chunkier one here, which is 586 grams, and this one is, as you can see, £52. So again, this is different because it's got much bigger chunkier points to it and a paler section around the edges. You can see this one we've had in before, and the rest of them are the ones that I've unpacked. This is the only piece that I'd got left, and that was because I couldn't remember where it was, so it hasn't been on display. But it's rather gorgeous, isn't it? So that's £52. Then we've got the smallest one at 264 grams. So this one is a £29 Uruguayan specimen. So number wise, this would be 7, 8, little one 9, and then the final one, number 10, which is a lovely tall one for, like, it's a small range but a tall one within it, if that makes any sense, and it probably doesn't. This one is 347 grams, and the price on that one was £39 on that one. Now, I'm not sure if I gave you the weight on that one over there, so just in case I didn't, that one, which is number 6, that's 456 grams. So that's a little look at for you, and have a look, have a think. So these will be out on the display on Sunday morning, but I was just getting in there and letting you have a little preview first, because I know you said that's something you wanted to see. So thanks for watching, and give me a shout if you have any queries. Bye.